Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
you're that. You know, you just walk in.
I
You know,
don't expect an answer. I don't expect an
more
answer.
than
I would just
here, hold on for a
worth
moment.
conversation between
Keep
the
that in mind.
justices. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Were you asked to come here?
Because I feel like there's plenty of judges and justices.
not
why
by
risk
them,
it?
by someone
Okay,
else.
all right.
You know what I
who?
mean? Like
Yeah.
this isn't really a super major court case. This is a
Carmine sent
simple
a text.
case.
Get him,
Like,
dog,
watching
get him.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
just coming here to yell at
think
him
I
for being
could
a little
like,
creep.
if
All right, hold off for now, given the conversation happening.
The one that denied the warrant
Channel 2.
that is like the basis of the whole thing. So I mean, I could be a witness, I guess, because I was the one that told them to. It wasn't getting signed, and then he went and did it anyway.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Since you can't work the case, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm not objecting to the PD's wrongdoing. Right? I'm just objecting.
Yeah, I'd
to
be
the...
surprised if you because it's pretty blatant.
That's not what it's about. It's about. I tried minimizing. I mean, here's the thing. You're not working this case anyway, so I might as well. So I already tried to settle out. The guy said he wanted 500,000. I said, compared to other rights violations of this variety, which were more severe, which got awarded even less money than that 500,000, this one was minuscule. The PD admitted to its wrongdoing, and they stopped doing it while they were doing it. And they didn't use anything to charge the guy from it. Now, what they did was wrong. In my scale, I don't believe everything should just be A equals B, pay out C. You know what I mean? I believe that there's, and I offered him, I felt like I was being very generous because by my logic, with the way other, rights violations have gone down, the payment was more because the shit that happened was way more severe and went way more deep. So I said, okay, listen, I'll probably pay. I gave him more money. I offered him more money than I thought they would get. And Barrett's only argument was, well, you guys arrested the guy for $120,000. I mean, come on. He was trying to like haggle me because of the crime that his client got caught doing, which I had a serious ethical a dilemma with, because I feel like that's not how you should be,
I have something to bring up. What are this guy's damages? Because correct me if I'm wrong. He said, like he volunteered, like it was a voluntary thing, while not on paper. While not on paper. If he said, yeah, you can, what damages is he going to claim? Because unless he has damages, he doesn't really have any means of a lawsuit. You can't claim my rights are violated after giving permission to do something. While yes, we fucked up on the internal aspect of like, well, maybe it's not an internal aspect of like, it's not on paper and voluntary raids do need to be in a contract and signed, but like,
or at least recorded.
Not even so much that. If the end result is still the same, what changes? Like, there's a legal concept behind, and maybe it won't be acknowledged here in San Andreas, okay? But there's generally a legal concept of if something is found, or if something would have inevitably been found by police, exactly, we would have gotten there no matter what. So nothing here changes. Frankly, this should go to the court, and it should be ruled on. Because if we did go down the route of it was going to be discovered regardless, because they gave consent, not signed, but we would have gotten there, nothing changes. Literally not a single thing in this whole thing changes.
The only issue I have is that, so he gave verbal consent, but then a little bit later, his lawyer calls and says he doesn't have it anymore. And
what aspect, like, where were we in that? Like, had we already gone through a trunk?
No, I don't believe so.
Well, then that's a bit more.
So, they submitted a warrant, and they asked for night raid, and in the request for night raid, they were like, we had him in custody, but we sent him up. And I'm like, why didn't you just put him on a hold?
Yeah.
So that was odd.
Yeah, that's an issue, right? We had a bunch of officers that don't normally do that type of shit, handling that type of shit. And this was a dilemma for us with the BCSO, because Brian Knight abandons them mid-op, right? After, like, I mean, he abandons them after the operation. Fucking Bean signs off on the warrant, gives them no direct oversight. To be fair, it's not really on Bean as much as it's on Knight in this situation because, you know, he did tell Spectre that he would call him when the shit's up. All right. You know, what happened is just dumb fucking cops who don't normally do this shit, not waiting. That's why Spectre was demoted, punished, and humiliated. Still is demoted to a PPO, I believe. Right? We accept wrongdoing. We admit to wrongdoing. The original thing is I was paying him out $300,000 because I was going to sign a contract saying the PD admits to no wrongdoing, right? And because I wouldn't give him an extra like 200 grand, you know, Barrett's like, okay, let me spite fuck him on the docket for 5 million now because the guy's a fucking absolute clown. All right, this guy fucking gets on my goddamn nerves. I hate this fucking guy. All right, I hate him. Wait,
we're being sued for 5 mil?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, and then I think the case I've got with the forehead thing, I think both departments are being sued for 5 mil each. I think, if that's correct, I think that's the amount.
Yeah, the MO of Barrett for sure. And then the whole roads violation stuff needs to be revisited.
Well,
But
yeah,
here's the reality.
I will in that case.
In the situation, wait, who? One moment. Punitive damage, 5 million. Punitive damages, $5 million. Holy fuck. $200,000 in emotional distress.
Don't you have to prove punitive damages, though?
Well, you kind of punitive damages are, from my understanding, like this is your punishment for like wrongdoing, you know.
Yeah.
And so, like, the more egregious the act, the more money they can ask for because it's easier to justify. But I'm sorry, $200,000 in emotional distress. How can you be emotionally distressed if at some point in time, for a period of time, you're like, yeah, you can go through it. I'm sorry, but you can't really go from that to like, shucks. They went through my trunk after I said, man, maybe not. How are you $200,000 emotionally distressed?
Sounds like this isn't meant to sound like condescending, but that is a good argument to bring up at the court if it gets there.
It's obviously going to be going to court. I already tried to like fucking, you know, take care of this one myself. You know, and of course he's highballing me way more than I think he'll fucking get. I was generous, Rhodes. I offered
what was in the trunk?
$1,000. I don't believe it. I don't know.
Was
They didn't find
anything?
anything.
Nothing.
Yeah, from my knowledge, they didn't find nothing.
So, again, playing into emotional distress. If there is nothing to be found, what is there to be distressed about? All of these are.
They went into his property.
It was just a car, right?
Yeah, it was just a car, and nothing was used against him. You know.
Yeah. Then listen, if this was
upon by that.
I would argue punitive damages in the event where we did it and we found stuff and we tried pushing charges, because then you're taking stuff you obtained illegally, and then despite knowing wrongdoing, you then continue down the path of pushing shit. 100%. I think you're entitled to punitive damages. Yeah, you could very easily argue it's malicious. But in this case, absolutely the fuck not. They are out of their fucking mind. They're shooting for the moon, and they're probably just trying to end up like 10 feet above sea level. There's no way a judge in any capacity awards them any reason. The damages here are minuscule. Yes,
Rhodes,
a rights violation.
I'm gonna have to bring you in on this case.
Well, it's just so silly.
At least
Also,
no one can claim
this says
self-defense in this one.
On November 2nd.
Oh yeah.
On November 2nd, when that date ain't occurred yet.
You're right. It does say November 2nd.
Now, obviously, it's a typo, but like,
I don't know. You mistype October as November, but
Well, I mean, it depends. You know, you start looking at a calendar and you look at the next month and it say November, and then it's the last thing that was in your mind while you're typing it.
yeah, I mean, we
let's
had a
see.
magistrate pull 3 days of someone's record instead of one. So
Let's see.
And that was also McMoo.
yes, it was.
Oh,
And as you can see, why I don't want her overseeing that shit.
Pred. McMoo's an elected magistrate. All we have to do is make sure that people vote and are aware.
Currently, she will win by default. So hopefully, someone else with a bar license runs.
Criminals will always support someone like McMoo because McMoo violates the rights of police officers and rules good shoots is self-defense.
Pred, we need to get with what's the newspaper?
The
Daily Chronicle.
The Daily Chronicle. We need an article about McMoo on there. And all of McMoo's
that
shortcomings.
Might get her more votes.
You know, I said that originally with this whole KJ thing. My immediate thought was, let's bring it to the newspaper. Let's say that McMoo argued self-defense against Pete. And then I was like, wait, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
we're not.
She's had 2 verdicts overturned in the past 2 days.
Well, can you guys not do like a performance review on her?
That's why we're not appointing her, and she has to run again if she wants her job.
Isn't so KJ and Benji, are they linked up?
Yeah, they're Hades.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of odd that she's? I mean, isn't anyone taking notice of the common denominator?
It felt like, she realized the major fuck up she made on the KJ one, and then went sort of hard the other way on the Benji one. But I rectified the Benji one. It was a gang related shooting with no actual evidence to substantiate the Benji's in a gang. While we might all know he's in Hades, there was nothing done to prove it.
Pred, I'm gonna be real. This is gonna fall under a similar category of it's on us to ACR/impeach. And if we don't, it's no different than.
McMoo.
Yeah, Remy's impeaching off of the.
Yeah, we are impeaching McMoo,
stuff.
but they're still they're still refusing to pull her off of the ADMC case.
Well, the saving grace of the ADMC case is there's a panel.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. When someone on the panel doesn't really have a valid logical response to why they don't want McMoo overseeing the case, it's very worrisome because I don't know. I think anybody with half a brain, and I'm not listen, whatever you guys decide in the DOJ, I'll support. But I truly don't think McMoo should be able to sit on this panel, given the current situation and this being such a massive case. And she's the only magistrate on a panel of judges. Yeah, it doesn't really sit right with me, if I'm being honest. It already seems like her and Arcadia's already coming to her aid, stuff like that. Instead of, I feel like it should be common sense for these types of problems to fall on the justices to render the decisions of. And I keep seeing the judges act very hastily in defense of either A, what they want, or B, who they want to protect.
I mean, if you look at it this way, if she doesn't win the election, then she can't be on the panel.
This is true. But right now you're saying as it currently stands, there's no one else running.
There is 2 people signed up, and there are 2 spots to be filled, so
fuck.
Tom, how come you never ran for judge when you had a bar license?
Cause I'm an adrenaline junkie. And
really?
He has ping rot.
And I know if I sit in a room for more than an hour.
Captain boss.
Oh yeah,
or his name tag.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm amazed I'm still a captain. I didn't think I'd last this long.
Why are you amazed you're still a captain?
I don't know. I thought I would have done something by now. You know.
I mean, you know, we
I've
built your
impressed
bar license
myself.
because you just joined the LSPD without being like, "Hey
Yeah,
guys,
I
I'm
know.
leaving."
I know. My
Okay.
bar license got removed. I know why. It's because the
'Cause
DOJ was like
you dipped
scorned the
without
ex
saying anything.
that I was cheating on.
Falconer, what's the pay for magistrates?
3,500 an hour. And you get bonuses for all the cases you take.
We get 500,000.
Yeah, I get 501,000.
No, you don't. You do what?
Yeah, because I'll be damned if I'm getting paid less than you.
You're like
I'm gonna
me. I
buy
do
a
everything
heli-
just
I'm
to
gonna-
one up Carmine.
I'm gonna buy a plane. I'm gonna buy a plane. I can afford two crop duster planes. Crop duster plane. I can buy two of them.
Who's Mick
When the
O'Leary?
apocalypse happens.
He's a DOC.
Oh, I wonder if they'll consider being a judge. Listen, at this point, I think everyone's kind of under the agreement of like, Mick Moo is just not it for DOJ. And listen, I'm a firm belief that you know these are teachable moments, but like there are such
Yeah.
egregious like oversights here that it's hard to look past whether or not these are actual teachable moments or if this is going to happen regardless. Like,
Yeah, because the KJ one. So what we'd been seeing from her was she was always doing stuff on panels and always with the same people. Then the KJ case came up. She asked if she could take it. I said yes, solo. Because how are we meant to like determine how competent you are if you're always doing it with other people?
yeah. I mean, it was solo, but you weren't present. You and Ma,
Yes.
if I recall correctly.
Yes, I was there. Unfortunately, you know.
Sometimes you have to see someone.
What did that feel like to you when you heard that decision? Like, what does it feel like when you hear that?
I stood there knowing I couldn't say anything to the cops because it's the whole you don't want to disparage someone in public right to the face.
I would have disparaged the shit out of her.
I know
in
you
public,
would.
in front of everybody. I would have said, "This is." I would have been like, "No." I would have just walked up.
Yeah.
Me and Rhodes would have just walked up. No.
No, that's not how I am, Pred.
I would have been walking up. Rhodes would be like, Pred, not now. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Chief. Our fridge is empty.
Yeah,
Looks like we got to go to the food court and buy food.
empty.
It's been empty.
It's
What
been
the
empty.
hell?
Yeah.
No one got food today.
Okay, but what the fuck, man?
Go to the
I
food
told the
court.
verdict, I was like, why did you use qualified immunity in your verdict? And then I was like, when does that apply? And she's like, when cops are getting sued. And I'm like, well, the cops getting sued? She said no. And then I just stood there in stunned silence.
Hold on, if you know a ruling was wrong and she after the fact acknowledges that
It's not
she
up
was
to
wrong.
him. It's up to us.
Okay,
Just
she's
like when we,
elected.
Carmine, just like when we push charges and people have a problem with it, their recourse is to appeal it. And if they don't, that's on them. Even if we did the wrongdoing, it's on them and it gets overlooked or just flies under the radar because they didn't appeal it to put it
We
in
get
front of
away
a
with
judge.
a lot of shit because criminals are lazy.
100%.
Yes. Thankfully, Maple appealed it, and Arcadia overturned the verdict. There's a case law about it. Have you learned the case law yet, Carmine?
No, I have my officers do that.
Someone solely saying or like a threatening thing without anything to sort of back it up, whether that be actions or context,
I'm gonna shoot you, Carmine.
would not be legal.
Yeah, you don't get to shoot me just for me saying I'm gonna shoot you.
But if he has a gun, Carmine, that's different. That's different. If he has a gun, that's different. That's the contextual aspect.
Qualified immunity wouldn't. What if I say this person is a felon? They've got 10x attempted murders of LEOs and they threaten my life. And I think, can I not just? I think I could shoot. I think I'm gonna shoot that person.
I mean, correct me if I'm.
Well,
sorry for interrupting.
in this case, to be clear, things were objected to consistently, preventing me from testifying to the fact that, in my experience, KJ has always stood on business. If he says he's going to do something, he's going to fucking do it. And McMoo sustained every objection that Barrett threw out, and I was prevented from saying it.
Yeah, like, Carmen, if I stood like this and was like, I'm going to stab you, you might be justified in shooting me.
I mean, if someone says they're going to hurt you and they're approaching you,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like, and you try to get away and they still are pursuing you, you have the right to defend yourself if you have the reasonable good faith belief that they're going to cause you severe bodily harm. But then, so here's the thing. Right, correct me if I'm wrong. Logically, if I believe that someone is, all right, so here's the situation, right? In this situation, there'll be two situations I propose, just so I can understand, like, logically, if I'm on the right track or not. I see somebody at a distance, they have a gun, they put it away. They walk up to me, they say they're going to kill me. I believe then that it's an actionable threat that they can make, right? They're going to kill me.
I would say that if you shot them, it would be a good shoot, yeah.
Yeah, but you saw the gun.
Now
You're good.
Let's say this. Let's say I'm in a gang territory, or I'm out, or there's a few violent individuals. I'm aware of their past, right? And I believe, they may be armed, but I can't definitively prove it. And they say they're going to kill me, right? But they're not approaching me, right? What are you supposed to do in a situation like that? Because I feel like in that situation, I should at least pull my gun out. I maybe shouldn't shoot in that situation.
You can pull your gun out whenever the fuck you want in the capacity of our job, as long as it makes sense.
In the eyes of like a civilian as well, you know what I mean? Like, how
I mean, the second prong of stand your ground is, first you verbalize it, but like, hey, I don't want any trouble or something like that. If they still keep pressing you, you can pull the gun out.
Oh yeah, I used to pull my gun out all the time when I would be doing shit. All the time. When someone would start walking towards me saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" I pull my gun out. I don't want no problems. It really deterred the situations.
But yeah,
preemptive self-defense is what I tagged it as.
Yeah, the case law is more about, it's essentially slight expansion on Tennessee v. Garner. It's more for when you guys are trying to arrest someone or trying to protect the lives of others. Civilian-wise, it doesn't really apply because it's more geared towards law enforcement, but the same sort of principle applies from stand your ground to this.
The writing of the precedent that's established, I think, is going to be perceived one of two ways. Some people are gonna understand. It's not just. I guess they're not gonna. Some people aren't gonna understand how sort of vague that context can be. Like you were standing there, literally just hunched over, right? Pretending that you were gonna like stab someone, right? Like with the knife. That's context. That's not verbal statements alone. That's your positioning. If someone said, "I'm gonna stab you," while they're actively chasing you and you're trying to flee, that's gonna play into exactly that scenario. It's no longer just statements. It's the act of them pursuing you and you having reason to believe that they're gonna follow through with that threat. Other people are gonna be like, well, verbal statements, so someone can say they're gonna shoot me and I can't do anything about it. That's not what we're saying here. The context of the situation matters, and it always has. It always has. Realistically, not much is changing here, aside from if on the phone someone says, "I'm going to shoot you," in their presence, be fucking ready. Okay, if they start charging you, if they start reaching for something. Literally within all of those scenarios, you're clear. Our response realistically doesn't change at all here. It's just further clarified.
Yeah, I think Arcadia said that some people in PD were asking for it. Maybe Maple. I'm not sure who was asking for it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to ensure that at meetings this is explained. Also, I'm gonna have my husband put up PD patch notes.
Yeah, okay.
We do need
and
more
clarify.
PD patch notes. They are very helpful.
100%. Very, very helpful. Pride, how do you like the new fit? And
It
by
looks
new
good,
fit,
we're twinning.
yeah, well, I mean, we do have different shirts. Pants are the same.
We do have. Yeah, I like that
Mm.
shirt. That's a nice shirt. That's a nice fabric.
Yeah, my husband picked it out. I'm not trying to brag.
God damn it, you gays got some good eyes for fashion.
Yeah, a lot of this may have been pulled from Richard's closet.
Oh my god, that's why it looks so good.
I mean, listen, he said, my husband said I look snatched. I'm living my best life. That's the best thing I heard all day.
What kind of outfits have you got going on, Tommy? How about you not killed yet?
Because sickness is a choice. My body, my choice, in the words of Peach.
You know, Carmine loves picking
Neither,
losing
I guess.
battles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be
Nothing's
honest. That's
funnier
why.
than when you see Carmine chasing a suspect and he starts coughing.
Yeah,
Oh,
deserved.
there
Deserved.
you go. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well timed.
He was trying to come up with something to say, and this is what happens when he uses too much brain power.
Honestly, true.
Yeah, he overheats.
It's so funny. Okay, well, straight up, Pred, that court case by Barrett, I don't think we should settle. I think we should go to court.
Oh yeah, we're going to court now.
I
They already
think-
turned down the settlement.
I think we should well, actually, did we end up pushing for the warrant in its entirety? Or no?
No. No, Arden got phone records of the guy, but the actual search warrant never came back to me after I denied it.
I mean, my question becomes, can this even be an inevitable discovery case on the basis that it would what we found isn't even illegal? So it's not like we're
Well, I
pushing for
think-
anything to be used.
Honestly, I do want us to fight this one tooth and nail just to significantly. I mean,
We should do that in every case, Pred, straight up.
yeah, I agree, but there's some battles that like the PD resources are kind of limited when it comes
Yeah,
to
they
good
are.
legal representation. So I don't want to fight every fucking battle because I just don't have.
We don't have the
don't
bandwidth
have the
to
we
support
don't
it,
have
yeah.
the capability, like enough capable officers. Back in the day, we could fight everything, but now we kind of got to pick and choose our battles. That's why I think me and you should be stepping in every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't mind. Unfortunately, a lot of these things happen outside of my normal schedule, which is kind of rough.
That's
Yeah, they
Um,
always fuck me on scheduling too. Whenever I get a court case, it turns into a 12, 13, 14-hour fucking day.
Well, the
Oh,
courthouse
God.
gets bombed, and
Or the
case
court.
gets
I
swapped.
did not have anything to do with that. But did
you
I know
that
it was
now.
going to happen? Maybe.
Oh, well,
Oh,
He'll be good.
hey, Carmine.
Hey, C Money.
Hey, it's me, C Money. Nice
You
Tiger Woods
overheated.
outfit, by the way. That's what you were going for, Halloween, Tiger Woods?
no, I came from the golf course.
I can't hear.
Tiger Woods is a goddamn champion.
Listen, I too have a prolapse outfit. I too go golfing on occasion. Do you have a golf club? Yeah. Osvaldo sold me one, and I hit him quite a few times with it. Legally, of course.
Good job.
Legally, yeah. Yeah, golf. Yeah, those golf clubs, they fucking hurt.
Oh yeah, they
Yep.
do. They're like a long wrench.
They are
They fuck
nice.
up a car too.
But
That I'm not at all surprised about.
I did just want to kind of bring that stuff to your attention because I do just think that this is stuff that the decisions that the justices should be making. And I know that if I was a judge and someone tried to get me thrown off a case, I probably would recognize, hey, maybe this does need to go to a justice because how can I make this? How can I make this decision about myself? You know what I mean? It seems silly. I don't see Weiss's logic.
Yeah, I'll like I said, I'll bring it up for the McMoose stuff because I'm not allowed an opinion, and then the Weiss thing as well.
All right, I appreciate that. Do you think you guys will talk about that today, or is this like a couple day kind of thing?
I know Grayson's back today, so to bring up to him, I don't know if Liz is going to be around. She does have bronchitis.
Can I just ask one thing? That if you guys sit down and talk and say, yeah, we're either going to allow Weiss to make this decision, or we're going to talk about it when Gates is feeling better or something. Do you think that maybe you guys could step in on the docket and just acknowledge that? Because this Barrett guy's a goddamn piece of shit. He's like hounding my goddamn. This is what Barrett said. He said, Your Honor, if we may, defendant's counsel has been responsive elsewhere on the docket and has had considerable time to respond. Can we have a decision on the motion to produce? Yeah, I don't like that kind of shit. The thing I hate about Barrett is he's got too much fucking time on his hands. That's why I want to embarrass him by barely giving a fuck.
What we need to do, Pred, is hire him to be on our side.
No, I hate him. I don't want him.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you hate him. His energy needs to be repurposed and re-aimed in the opposing direction.
I want him to be alone in the cold with no home. That's what I want.
Someone who's alone in the cold, in whatever the fuck you said, is going to find someone at their earliest opportunity, which is someone desperate for money and wanting free money from the police department. Instead, we give him a home here.
Not
so
if
that
I take his fucking bar.
You can't take his bar.
You'd be surprised what hasn't been tried in this town. You would be very shocked and surprised.
Let me give you context.
Some of the tactics that haven't been used.
Pred, I think I only have one traffic citation on my record, and that was by Barrett when he was a marshal.
Barrett's lucky he never came across me while I was in the streets.
I know he's done a few defense things, but when I gave him his bar license, Norman Adams said he might be interested in prosecutorial work.
Norman Adams is a dumb fucker too. Norman Adams is a stupid bitch that has made some of the worst judge rulings. I still think about one of the rulings that he made against me. I still think about it to this day when I was representing Beetlejuice.
Now, Pred. Now. Come on, Pred.
The worst ruling I've ever seen. The absolute worst.
Worse than self-defense, Sophia?
Worse, yes. Far worse.
Damn. Was that the old Constitution?
Yes.
Well,
fair enough.
And then I took it to, at the time, Crane. That was the worst ruling I've ever seen, ever.
I miss Crane.
They didn't fingerprint the money bags. They didn't bring them in for a lineup to get them 100% ID'd. The goddamn victims didn't even show up to the fucking courtroom. They basically just pulled a car over and pursued it because it was the same color of a vehicle that they saw leaving the docks around the time that they arrived without acquiring the plate. And then the judge says there's no reason to doubt that these are the two people that did it. It was the worst ruling I've ever seen because there was all the reason in the world to doubt it because the PD didn't even do the bare fucking minimum.
So we won't be seeing Norman take any LSPD cases then?
Fuck no, he ain't gonna work for me. I'm gonna destroy that fucking worm. That guy is a dumb fuck. And he's also the one that signed my night raid warrant for my goddamn grow op I bought when I was mayor. He is dipshit.
No, that was
McNee.
McNee.
Had no knowledge of.
Oh wait, that was McNee. Yeah, that was McNee.
Fred,
Oh no,
breathe.
I knew what I bought. I was
Breathe.
gonna legalize it. Why do you think I spent $5 million on it? Spent $5 million on it because it was a grow up.
I heard Sonya's dead. Is Sonya dead?
Hey, is she dead? You can just check the MD2.
Nah, check the MD. She's not dead
They
on
take
there.
pictures of the dead.
I heard she died.
No, Sonya ain't ever gonna die. She gonna die of old age, okay? She gonna return as she does after a very long period of time and start making lives miserable to people.
My fondest Sonya memory was when Chang Gang was hunting me down because me and Bobby turned them in for a $500,000 bounty, which was a lot at the time. And we ran over to Sonya because she was one of the few people we knew that owned the property, and it was in Polito. We asked her if she could keep her in her house, as a safe house. She said yes. She said, follow me to the coastline. She had a nice little property by the coast. She shot me and Bobby in the back of the head.
Yeah, that sounds like Sonya.
Classic Sonya. She
Holy
was a big
fuck.
Pred supporter in the North.
Yep.
Her and Dundee defended my grow up.
Fred, your profile's still
What
missing
a
something.
timeline.
What is it missing?
Your DNA.
Oh, it's not missing that.
Your DNA just happens to be all zeros?
No. It's just we don't need my DNA.
It's not a legislation or law, right? That all government employees, that's an SOP, right?
No, that it's a law for law enforcement.
Where is it written?
In the DNA legislation.
There's a legislation for that.
Let's check.
What's the charge if I don't do it?
There isn't a charge.
Perfect.
But it would be grounds for an ACR if you're not following.
Article 1F, all law enforcement employees will submit a DNA sample upon being hired.
Well,
actually, can the argument here be he wasn't hired, he was appointed?
Yeah, are we allowed to get technical on this one?
I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to go with, well, it was submitted, it was just not recorded.
Gosh.
Speedy's had my DNA on file so many fucking times just for me to get it off.
It was apparently temporarily removed pending your case.
Hold on. If you're appointed, you're not technically an employee, are you?
Yeah, I'm still an employee of the state.
He is, yeah.
I'm still an employee.
He's employed by the entity.
All right, let's get my DNA on there. Fuck it. Let's see what I've done. Let's see where this shit all pops up at. Carmine, go get the DNA kit.
All right, on it, boys.
I'm not gonna lie. I was just stalling just in case.
Well, if you end up not being the chief of police and you don't have a violent felony, you can request it to be removed.
I can get my 4th expungement.
Oh my gosh.
Do we even? I don't even know if we've got a tag for 4 expungements.
We're gonna have.
Oh no, we do. We don't have one for 5.
Wait, who's a 4-time expungee?
I don't think anyone is. I think it's just there, just in case.
Yeah, no one's got the tag.
Well, all right, listen, my expungement.
You're the only 3-timer, Pred.
I got an expungement for Alana's a 3-timer too.
It's not listed as 3-time.
I got an expungement for assault and battery when I became a marshal because they were going to change the legislation. I got
Wait.
He
just changed
expungement for disobeying a court order.
He did.
And you got the felony diversion program for that one.
Well, what's my second expungement then?
So I can see Angel gave you one, Roman gave you one.
I have to go pee.
Maybe it's only 2 expungements then.
Oop, sorry.
Got it.
Chat, I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry. Let doggo out. Actually. Let's get out there before we're stuck in meetings all day.
So, like, what is happening here? Everybody's just looking pretty or some shit? Like, what's going on?
Everybody but one person.
Couldn't be
That's
me.
you, bitch.
My D key has a different actuation point than WAS. The tiniest bit of weight on my D key is... I need to change it.
I'm gonna come to you, Esma, just to look after you.
Yeah, please, if you could. I'm en route now, permission route.
What was that too? Perfect, oh, perfect.
Hello.
Hi, what can I get you?
I will take 3 combos.
3 cameras, I got you. There you go.
There we are. How's your day going?
Pretty good, just started.
Not bad. Hopefully it stays good. You just never know.
King, I'm going to be more northern
Besides
side,
the shit show that happened
way
here
the
before,
road,
it'd be fine.
drone reaches.
What shit show? Actually, I don't want to know
So,
about it. I don't want to
PD
know.
were here. Oh, okay.
Wait, how long ago?
About half an hour ago, probably.
Oh. Is there any evidence that
go.
needs to be collected here? Or,
5
like,
departures,
am I
we
good to
can
clear
go.
everything around here? Because it's always a mess.
Yeah, we can dispatch.
I
would
mean,
you be
I
able
don't
to
think they
get us a channel
shot, so
for the
I think you
drop-off?
should be
Okay.
fine.
Alright. I'm just gonna... Don't worry, I'm just gonna clean some of this up.
Could you redirect to my position? North of Mace Bank?
Dispatch is 10-7, I'll find this channel. I'm coming, Espinosa.
Okay.
3.
I think my F3...
Do your work, Mr. Bond.
Channel set
2
to
for the
a
drug call,
day.
channel 2. Copy that.
F3, it keeps scrolling. Oh, it's 0, actually.
Are you on frequency?
What are you looking for?
Your husband.
Now, why you need my husband?
Because... Oh, what? Hold on. What channel are you on? Rhodes, go to channel 3.
Hello? If you don't think you announcing that
Hey.
on 1 means all these bitches swap to 3 to here's
I
the
don't
T,
gap.
you sadly
I don't gap if
mistaken.
they, well, I don't gap. That's because
Well,
we've
hold on,
got something
wait,
important to talk about.
Just so that I know, you don't have to say nothing, but if you swap to 3 to hear the T, just radio click.
We
Go
support
on.
you. I support you.
Go.
That's the funniest thing you could have ever done. Really enjoyed that. Okay, carry on. So what I was saying was, this whole bestie situation, that we know they were heading up to Polito anyways. That's why this whole thing started, and Jamal got in cuffs. So me and Dark are gonna be like surprised when they get here. We're hiding in Polito.
Oh, what are they doing in Polito?
No, I think they're gonna hit the bank.
Oh, you
That's what
think
they
they
were
gonna
trying
get
to
it?
do before.
Ooh.
Well, that's why they stopped like the hostage being taken. Like we stopped the hostage being taken for this, and when we got his thing, that's what he said they were doing, and then we started chasing them because we saw them, and then Jamal got in cuffs, but then got.
Wait, hold
taken.
on. Aziz Shah, I was right in front of Mosley's. Aziz Shah's Red Sultan was about to pull up, saw me, U-turned on Calais.
Nah, they're looking for a hostage. We're gonna
Hey,
get
firm.
you a moment.
Hey, firm. I'm gonna stay by. I'm gonna stay by the buns.
Did I miss the tea?
It wasn't really much.
Ah, shit.
Now, if they don't come to Mosley's, they gonna go to like, or the senior buns. They gonna go to Mosley's. Wait, teal car? No, different teal. I'm swapping back over to one. I need to change that actuation point on my D key. Do I even have process lasso up? It's so noticeable on the south side. Current, select, ash, and FPS increase. Toa. We're doing the rounds.
Seventy-seven's Polito, back down. They're about to rob the place.
290. Is there a Red Sultan there by chance? Hey, firm. Oh my god, I'm a predictor.
We've made it.
We've got a hostage on scene. 6 suspects.
6?
Okay, they're threatening the hostage after we confronted them. Who's this? Polito. We have one Red Sultan, the guy with the in the gorilla suit from Channel Skirt earlier is here as well.
Do you need that one?
Yes, what do you want? It's a red sword that goes about Mach 10.
They got a Mach 10? Class 2s?
Ready, make contact. I'll start taking photographs.
Okay.
The gorilla is here. I repeat, the gorilla is here.
And 5 cents, it's Polito.
I've got Nikki as a co-pilot, so I'm gonna spool up and stage at the old casino.
Over there, thank you. Dispatch on channel.
They may be on 2 because there is another active on 2.
Over there. Randy just paid the man in the gorilla suit. I saw that, Randy.
They need 6. I had to give him money because I let me. Okay, they want free passage, no spikes. Our car's parked far away, so we need you to.
I'm pulling up in 10 seconds. Can I get one of you in my vehicle? I'll bring you over to where your car is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will.
It's like behind the Salt Sea sign on our right. On the what is that? Tokyo?
79476.
Wait, this way?
This wall. Yeah, yeah. It's like this wall.
Oh, here?
Yeah, yeah. Just over this brown fence. Thank you.
Who's that white Premier?
Where?
Do you know if you like? Let's say you're walking out of the bank and like a straight line right across the street, that hotel. There's a white Premier that was.
I can't get out of this car because I think one of them have keys to it. Really.
Oh.
576 to play doll.
Be advised, the white Premier parked right across the street registered a Lucky Torkel.
And the red Sultan comes back to Aziz Shore.
Premier, we're gonna need you to leave the area.
With the hostages, because I have to